and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 810. I'm your host, GPD, here on Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's pretty much responsible for the closure of X-Defiant, Wombat.
100% responsible.
How much did you play it?
I played it every day.
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
That's why they shut it down.
Lie.
Mm-hmm. I was the only one there. I was running around alone.
Right. Oh, I thought you were like so bad that nobody else wanted to play.
Well, that's sort of it. They were like, ugh, this is it? No, thanks. They thought it was all AI, bots. Like, these are all bots. I'm like, no, I'm a real boy.
Right. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Shipwreck, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm sure you had I don't know anything about your Thanksgiving.
I did a puzzle.
That's it?
I don't know.
Football?
Was it at your house? Was it?
No. We went to the in-laws' house.
Ah, your in-laws' house. Okay.
Yes. So
Puzzle.
Puzzle was the crowning achievement. Yes.
You didn't have Mario Kart?
We actually took like the Xbox over there with little portable screen that I have.
Wait, you took the Xbox, not the Switch.
No, why would I take the Switch?
Because it's portable. That's what it's designed for. That's where it's destined to shine.
I bought one of those. I think I talked about that. Like there was like a screen.
I remember. It was cheap.
It was like $35 on Amazon, and it's fantastic. You can hook it up to anything.
But it's still a screen and an Xbox that you're now bringing over to somebody's house for Thanksgiving, as opposed to a Switch, which is like you could fit in your pocket, sweatshirt pocket.
I was already bringing a backpack. It's a backpack.
The parade at all?
We watched the parade. We watched the parade. Yes.
On the Xbox screen?
No, that was we watched that at home prior to going to the in-laws. But yeah, we watched the parade. Were you guys there? Did you go?
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love going there in the rain. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it looked like a good time. I don't know. What did we think of the parade this year?
I watched like 10 minutes of it. The 10 minutes I saw seemed all right.
Okay.
I
don't know any, like I shouldn't say I don't know any, but I only know about like maybe 30% of the people who are like singing and performing, and the other people
don't know who
I think
Leah
they just
Salonga is.
I think they just make up for the parade.
The people.
Well, it's a lot of
Yes.
It's New York Broadway people. It's a lot of New York.
Oh, well, they're trying to save money. Also, those people are cheap. I think. No offense.
It's who's around. Who's around in New York
On Thanksgiving?
The
Who's
guy
going to
who
want to come and do this?
He was around.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hugh Jackman wasn't there.
Tom Kenny was there.
Tom Kenny was there.
That I saw. I saw Tom Kenny and Leah Salonga. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Were those two of the people you knew, Shipwreck, or didn't?
Yes,
know?
I knew both of them.
Okay, because I don't know either of those people. I thought you were making somebody's name up, Wombat. Leah Salonga. Doesn't sound like a real name.
She's a singer, famous Broadway actress.
I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing. Like that whole parade, right? Like you're gonna sit there and watch it, but you're not quite sure why.
I don't.
You're watching it.
I know why.
Oh, I love the parade. I know I didn't watch much of it this year. I think it's just because
I watched the whole thing.
Politics.
Yeah. Politics. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you know what's cool if you ever watch clips of like old ones, because it's such a time capsule of what was popular in like 1985. And you'll see like the Rainbow Bright float or whatever it might be that comes out and about.
Sanford and Son float.
Yeah. Basically like Bionic Man, $6 million man float. I mean, I'm sure that was a thing at some point.
They didn't have a big red fox float?
I don't think so.
Not the animal.
They've had the car fox before, I think.
What's car fox?
Carfax.
Carfax.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I think he's been in it, maybe.
But fuck that guy. Fuck that fox.
You don't like that fox?
I don't like corporate foxes. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't support that. I only
there was
support
a new
nature
Spider-Man
foxes.
balloon. You didn't tune in for the new Spider-Man balloon?
It's too corporate.
It looked like Spider-Man.
Whoa.
They did it. And he was flying like Spider-Man. Oh wait. No, I don't think I've ever watched the Thanksgiving parade. I mean, maybe once.
Really?
When I was a child. I just like, I don't know. What's so good about it? It's just a fucking parade with floats. And once you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's just different shapes. You like shapes though, Shep.
I do like shapes. I like shapes and I like musical numbers.
Okay.
So I like commercials too. So all these things are right in my wheelhouse.
Right. I need to apologize to the people who are watching on the platform like YouTube and stuff. I normally can look at your chat, but Restream did something now. So like I have to see the video and the chat, and it's just too distracting to see the fucking video. So just send me your thoughts telepathically or go into the Twitch channel. Those are your two options. I'm trying to think if we did anything interesting for Thanksgiving. Ty goes to the table tennis tournament every year. So that's his thing now. And so he doesn't go to Thanksgiving. He's out of Thanksgiving. He leaves on Thursday and he comes back on Sunday night. And he likes it.
He's at the table tennis place the whole time?
Yeah, it's a 3-day tournament.
It's not in New York.
It's in DC. Oh, sorry, okay. It's in DC.
I thought he was just sleeping at the club for 3 days.
No, he could come home. That would be interesting. That would be not advised.
After the tournament, he cleans the bathroom, and by then it's just so late, he just passes out on the floor.
Right. Why walk home? No, this is in Washington, D.C. They do it. It's the Jula Teams tournament. It's like a national tournament they do every year. And like every major table tennis event, they do it they do it wherever they can do it cheapest, right? So, hey, so it's always during a major American holiday where nobody would really want to go to that place. So during Thanksgiving, they do it at like this convention center in Washington, D.C., which is like a resort, but like nobody would be there during fucking Thanksgiving. Or like there's another national tournament, they do it during the 4th of July in like fucking Alabama or like fucking whatever's like the most hottest, uncomfortable, cheapest place they could get. So yeah, this is like a thing. And Ty likes it somehow, but I don't want to do that. Play 3 days of playing table tennis. That's a lot. It's too much. Like, I like table tennis, but I don't want to do it fucking for 3 days straight. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you're not a winner.
Exactly.
I mean, Ty didn't win either, but he spent 3 days playing table tennis.
Did he get a
Yes, it rained on him. No, what? No.
Did he get a precipitation? Did he get a
No.
Why am I can't speak today?
Did you have a stroke before we?
I think I did. I've gone full Mitch McConnell here.
Right. No, they don't do that. I don't know. He bought a bunch of merch though, or I bought a bunch of merch. He got it. Nice. Anyway, he had fun. He liked it, and left us at home.
We know the real reason he wants to go. Those ping pong groupies.
It sounds horrible when he tells me about it. I don't know why he wants to go back. Like, imagine, you know what it's like when you bring your kids to a sporting event, like the sports parents, right? Like, they're annoying. So just imagine 3 days of sports parents all around you, like everywhere. It's not appealing to me. And not to be racist, but maybe the Chinese parents are intense. That's what I hear. That's what I'm seeing from, well, that's what I'm hearing from Ty. He's like, maybe that's all that's there. I don't know. But there's a lot of like accusations of cheating and stuff because the parents are just like so into it. Like, it's just sounds not fun for me. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you're going to fucking cheat so you can win some ping pong trophy? Like, it's worthless. Even if you were the best ping pong player in the fucking country, like, you can't even make a living off of that. Like, why even cheat? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, that's what we got going on here. Maybe Wombat. You said Wombat. So you in the show, or are you like, what's going on over there? Something good?
I'm looking at the outline.
Oh, anything good on there?
Not really.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. The outline's over here. And the camera's
Look
over
here. You mentioned that we may go to Orange Theory tomorrow.
Yes. It's all up to you.
I was looking at the workout template. There's like 600 meters of rowing in it. But not all at once, just combined.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
No,
it's what, like 3 200-meter Roblox? That's
three. It's like a 3-2-1 or something like that.
Love Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
Roblox. Yes, Roblox. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about coming to you and doing it, but we might have to. Do you start on the rower first, or you start on the treadmill first?
If you come to me, I'll do whatever you want.
You have to start on my back first.
I mean, if it's going to be a heavy row, then maybe I would do rower first.
Yeah, you got to do row first.
Always do rower
first. Yeah. Let me tell you why. always do row first because then you practice rowing. You always going to get like an extra 5 minutes or a few minutes of rowing practice in. That's just going to make you better at rowing. That's why I always do it. Thank you. All right, so maybe we'll talk about that next time. Our shared Orange Theory experience, or maybe I won't go. Who knows?
It's up to you. Again, it's no worries, but
right.
you know
there'll be other chances too. But
we both get in the same boat.
We're both in number 3.
No, but I would be next to him, Ship. I would be next to him to make sure.
I want you to line the rowers up like behind each other.
You can't do that. You can't
that way, you just want to get the real experience. I might even show up and I can yell at you to row. I'll just sit in the front of it and just yell.
No, I once had to have the coach stand on the front of my rower because I was generating so much power that it was coming off the floor.
When I started, I was so fat.
Gravity didn't have a chance.
When I started, I was so fat I couldn't tighten the straps at my feet by
right.
myself.
Wow.
I needed the coach to tighten them for me.
That's. How do you pull that off? You just like.
I would be like,
hey, coach, there's something wrong with my rower. Can you come here for a second?
No, like the coach could literally see me struggling to kind
nice.
of to just get that far forward. I don't have that problem anymore, though. So
yay!
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I only had to lose 70 pounds in a year.
It seems very normal and natural.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many more years are you going to do that?
I figure I'll keep doing that for another 2 years. I want to,
You ever see that movie or
drop
read the book?
210.
You know the book Thinner?
Yes.
That's what he's going for. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the new Thinner. This is Thinner 2.
No, I kind of hit the goal. So now it's just not getting fat again.
So what does that mean? You stop shooting the thing in your stomach, or you have to do it less often?
I still have a month left dose currently. So I have at least, like I said, 4 more weeks of it. I have another appointment with my doctor, and we'll discuss what he thinks is best. I don't know if it would be like an all-out, just get rid of it all.
I don't think you can just get rid of it all, from what I've read.
It's like a slow down thing.
I don't think you can ever stop, from what I read. He's going to tell you you're going to have to be double fisting them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did read a report. I don't know about that, whatever the specific one that you're on, or if they're different or what, but it said that like you really need to keep taking it because you get hungry. You gotta be fucking hungry, dude.
Well, I have a figure once, if I stop taking it, my brain will go back to what it was. It's just a matter at that point. It's like, well, I'm not fat anymore. Can I not eat junk food and not be fat and see how that works out?
And the other thing I read was that these drugs, you like forget, not just craving, they don't just stop your craving of food altogether, but like specifically like the junk food is less appealing. Like salt.
Oh, it's so true.
Right? Like less appealing because they were doing, I think it was a New York Times article. They were talking about how these companies would send like people to follow shoppers through a supermarket who are on Ozempic or something. Like the people participated in it knowingly, but there's somebody hiding and watching the shopper go through and like basically watching them ignore like all the fucking sugar foods and going right to like the fruit.
I can't even I physically can't stomach fast food.
That's what the guy was saying is like the thought of like Oreos would be like too sweet. Like it couldn't like
generally speaking,
no craving.
Like one of my favorite foods prior was a cheeseburger, just even a cheeseburger made at home, like a cheeseburger made at home.
House
Not
burger.
Even a fast food, yeah, or a restaurant, or like there's a restaurant that's like 2 minutes from my house. They make 15 different types of cheeseburgers
and chicken McNuggets,
and they're all excellent. Yeah, exactly. No,
cheeseburger, double cheeseburger.
It's
I've
a
heard
sit
of that.
down.
Big Mac,
It's
we know.
a sit down. Yes, you get it.
You're really fancy with your 50. Sorry.
No, it's a nice place. It is a nice place. Yeah. And
I've seen the commercials.
and the thought of that now
Supersize it, right?
I'm like, I don't want, like,
Sorry.
Every now and again, Ellie would be like, can we go to Sal's place and get cheeseburgers? And I'm like, I don't want to go to Sal's place and get cheeseburgers.
I'll have a salad or something. But that's what this guy was saying, really. Like, and that's what so the companies who make the junk food are very worried because as the drugs get more available and more people go on them, they're like, how are we going to still sell food or sell our,
Let's
products?
make the junk food taste like salad.
That they should just start making salad, maybe. Like,
I do
Hostess salad.
Yeah,
The
just
thing I
make your
find
little
with the
Debbie's taste like salad, and you've solved the problem.
like the
Just to look like it too.
with the shots is I do have a sweet tooth that I didn't have before. Though.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But it's a sweet tooth for fruit.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Like and it's not even like, oh, I should have a piece of fruit instead of something else. It's like I need a piece.
I'm gonna eat an entire watermelon.
Yeah. You know what? I was just at something family thing before this show, and there was a fruit platter, and I was like, yeah. There was a Ben's Deli platter.
Oh, nice.
Meats,
And you went
and
for the
there
fruit.
was also the fruit platter, and I'm like, so I could eat all the watermelon, because you said all the pineapple. I'm big on pineapple.
Right. Give me these edible arrangements.
Yeah. Yes. It was someone died, if you must know. So yes, there was the inedible.
So
and I'm like eating all the pineapple. I'm like, don't look at me. So
no, that's good, but that's what this article said basically.
Like I have an orange for breakfast and an apple with lunch. Like I have to have a piece of fruit.
Yeah. Well, the food industry likes it, I guess, but not Nabisco.
And I like oranges and apples, so now more so than ever. I like to slice an apple real thin. It makes me feel fancy.
Nice, dude. It's not just for Rosh Hashanah anymore.
No. And I actually have some really nice artisan honeys that I got as a holiday gift from a vendor. So.
Do you just put like a little teeny droplet of it on there? Do you just
I have these little like sauce bowls that are like this big.
Right.
And I'll put some honey in the sauce bowl. Again, I have to make it look fancy for myself because it's half of it's mental too. Right. It's like, fancy apples with honey, and I'm eating a real lunch.
Right. Is that a real lunch?
No, it's not. That's the point.
All right. Let's move on to some show feedback. I see there's a lot of show feedback here.
Yeah. Pasta Boy 93 has to say, Ship dropping the F-bomb rocked me, possibly his first ever on the cast, ? I don't think so. An incredibly rare occurrence, to say the least. What do you have to fucking say for yourself?
I don't know. But we probably haven't hit double digits. I would guess on that.
Do you even remember the context?
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you would, because it's so rare.
I do remember the context.
All right. It was the F, Marry, Kill, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I was surprised.
It was a proper name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as a descriptor, so it's a little different.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Brian,
what do you want from me?
Nothing.
To say nothing.
More of that.
More of that. Is that what that's what everybody wants?
Everyone wants blue shipwreck.
Yeah.
No, I just meant more of that, like individual behavior.
Shipwreck after dark.
Shipwreck behavior. I mean, liking shapes and not cursing, basically. What else we got in the show feedback?
Chase Shipwreck. School for Brian has to say, love you guys. Please never stop recording the show. Thanks.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, one of us will die eventually.
And how?
Actually, all of us will die eventually.
That's
not just
true.
one of us.
I mean, one of us, and then the show.
Is it going to get to the point where just one of us is doing this?
AI is coming really far, though.
Welcome to CAGcast number 815. I'm your only host.
Stop.
Right.
Oh, that was so wrong and sad. But the AI could probably do the show.
Oh, no.
Just me. I never should have let Cheapy and Shipwreck go on that airboat.
They said bungee jumping was safe. I'm not doing that shit, by the way.
I thought the draft was for 35 and under only.
I'm pretty sure Google is close to making this podcast happen by itself.
I mean, we've got 810 episodes of our voices. I think we can just put this thing on autopilot anytime.
Soon. So soon.
We 100% should do that one week and see if anyone notices.
Good idea.
Anyway.
It's not this week, guys.
No, it's not this week.
Or is it?
Oh. Teskov 1999 has to say that the audio is fine and the video is fine, and during that Fortnite subscription conversation followed directly into an NHL and clothing conversation. I never wondered what Chip was listening to more in my life. Good show. So, what are you listening to now?
I'm listening to Come Monday by Jimmy Buffett.
Come Monday?
Yes, it'll be all right.
Oh, COME.
Yeah. Yeah, not come
My version
Monday.
was a lot grosser.
That's my favorite day of the week is come Monday.
Oh. I mean, I knew he had that restaurant, right?
Yeah, what do you think's on the cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
I'll have the come Monday burger.
Taco Tuesday, come Monday, whip it out Wednesday. I don't know what's going on there. It's for degenerates, that place. What else we got?
Oh, and the last is Randy Scott Slavin had to say, "What is a swimsuit?" I saw this comment more than once.
What's the reference? I have no idea.
Oh, it's because I didn't take one to Miami.
He didn't bring a swimsuit to Florida, and I saw a handful of people who had never heard the term swimsuit before.
Is this like a non-American?
Wait a minute. No,
I'm wondering this.
Maybe they've only heard the term trunks or bathing suits.
No way.
I know this person personally. Like in real life, I know this person. He's from Long Island.
So why don't people from Long Island know what
swimsuit. I know. Wombat, you don't know swimsuit? You knew swimsuit. Mm-hmm. Wombat, pay attention. What are you doing?
I am.
What are you looking at?
He's looking at swimsuits.
I know what a swimsuit is.
He was making sure he knew what a swimsuit was.
I was Googling it. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. No.
I'm telling you, he's from Long Island. He should know what a swimsuit is. You sure you got the right name? You sure that's right? The right comment in the name?
I do it right from the source.
Are the kids calling them something else these days? Is that what's happening?
He's not a kid. He's not as old as me, but he's not a kid. All right.
I think I usually would say a bathing suit, not a swimsuit, but I know what a swimsuit,
That's so funny.
Someone says it and I'm like, oh, who did what? Oh, Wizzy Wuzzle? You want to? Did I bring my Wizzy Wuzzle?
Is that like pop and soda? People know that soda is pop and pop is soda. Like, all right, I'll have to follow up with Randy. Watch this, jerks.
Actually, before we do that, I will say Rajago in the chat.
Yes.
He goes, everybody knows what the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is.
Yeah, of course. This is crazy.
So I'm going with that. I'm going to say you're right. People are dumb. All right. Now we can go on to watch this jerks.
Okay. I went to a live stand-up comedy show. I took my parents and my wife to see Jim Jeffries. He's an Australian comic. He had his own TV show, I think. He was very funny. We went to, it was at a Westbury Music Fair, and he did a 2-hour and 20-minute set, which is a long comedy set.
That is a lot of comedy.
And he was he was really funny. He killed. It was very interesting to watch somebody up close who is so good at that. And he even said at one point, he said the room was very well lit so he could see the audience. And he said, if somebody walked out at some point, he was doing Trump jokes or Biden jokes and somebody walked out. And he's like, oh man, I thought I saw that guy get mad during the Trump joke. I thought I was going to bring him back with the Biden joke, but he just walked out. And he's like, I got to be honest, the room is well lit and I'm just looking around the room, seeing who I'm not getting to laugh and just knocking you off one by one. And that's probably why the show was so long, right? But it was it was really cool to just see somebody who's so.
Was it a good crowd?
He killed. I mean, so yeah, they do a lot of drinking at that place. Have you been there recently? Westbury Music Fair? It's a very strange venue. It's a theater in the round. It's 1,500 seats, small stage in the middle. And the lobby is just 6 different bar lines, in different directions. Just a crisscross of people waiting for drinks at different bar counters that are probably all serving the same stuff. I don't even know. But it's that's the ambiance of the place.
And they're all $30 a drink.
I didn't even look, but it was filled. The lines were filled. Each line was filled to the back of the room.
I saw Jon Stewart and John Mulaney there.
Oh, that's a great place to see it, to see them. Because it's really fucking small. Because it's in that round. And the prices were good too, I thought. It's not a commercial, by the way. I paid for my tickets.
But it's my favorite place to see a show. Because it's a 10-minute drive away.
Right.
It's easy to park.
Right.
And it's tiny and inexpensive.
Yeah,
so
it was cool.
I mean, we saw when we saw Bare Naked Ladies and Toes of Wet Sprocket, that was at the Tilla Center, which is a similar vibe, but bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. This was cool, man. He could have spit on us. I saw him spitting, and He could have totally got us
I've
like
seen
Gallagher.
so many shows there. I saw Gallagher there.
No way.
I saw Gallagher there in the 90s.
Did you get splatted?
No, I was too far back. I saw Weird Al there.
Oh, that's like a dream concert. I don't think he would play there now. He's too big.
I saw, who else did I see there? I saw George Carlin there.
What?
Mm-hmm. Twice.
Oh, man.
I saw Carlin there twice.
I feel like you'd be a stand-up comic after that.
I wanted to. I saw, who else? I saw Robert Klein there. That's a weird one. Yeah.
Wow. A lot of heat.
A lot of heat.
Weird Al's coming to town this summer.
Yeah, he's got another tour. He's always got another tour.
He's coming to the Megacorp Pavilion.
Megacorp?
Yep.
What is that?
It's in Newport, Kentucky, right across the river.
What is Megacorp?
I don't know. It sounds like a pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure that's the company from Saints Row that you're fighting.
That's weird.
Crackdown, aren't those the bad guys in Crackdown?
Yeah, the Megacorp.
Mm-hmm.
I might check him out at the Megacorp Pavilion.
Right. Anyway, shout out to Jim Jeffries for doing like a really long show. I had to pee though. That was the only problem. And my parents were there and they're old, and I was wondering if they were dying, like falling asleep and stuff. But they were laughing. But it's some very awkward jokes about like old people getting erections, like sitting next to my dad. Anyway,
he was pointing to himself, going, "That's me."
No, I can get a boner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can get a boner.
Exactly.
He doesn't. His voice is not high. No. How about some movies? We got so many fucking movies on this list.
What is this? What is this first one? I don't even know what that is.
There's a movie called Thanksgiving.
Okay, is it about Thanksgiving?
It is about. It's an Eli Roth movie. It's a horror movie.
Is it a killer turkey movie?
It's a killer pilgrim.
Oh, killer pilgrim.
It's a guy in a pilgrim mask.
Would that be a Kilgrim?
So I actually watched this movie with Randy, who put the question on who submitted the question. He told me that he listened to the show, actually. He did not tell me that he posted a question or comment. I will say one thing. I don't like these type of horror movies, and this one is
I was going to say, this is not your usual bag.
He likes it. He likes these types of movies, so he wanted to watch one, and I picked it because it had a good Rotten Tomato score, and it was free on Netflix. So, but
you came over and watched it at your house?
I went to his house, actually.
Oh, his house.
He was smoking some meats. That's how he got me to come over.
Oh, okay.
And so there's a great Black Friday shopping connection to this movie that anybody who's listening to this show would want to watch. It's very graphic, so I'm warning you right now. And it happens in the beginning of the movie. But if you're a CAGcast user or Cheap Ass Gamer user or CAGcast listener, you can't not be interested in the Black Friday connection to this movie. And it's right in the beginning. So I would recommend Thanksgiving just for that. But it's very disgusting. I watched the movie with my hand over my eyes for a lot of it. But it's good for that type of movie, if you like that horror slasher movie. I felt like it was an homage to the 90s slasher movies.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah. But you should watch the beginning. You should watch the beginning for the Black Friday scene.
I'm good.
Chip, you should watch it. Just make sure there's no kids in the room.
No promises.
Maybe just go on YouTube and watch the clip. I'm sure it's on there. The second movie we watched was Rebel Ridge, which Wombat had talked about on the show a few months ago. It's on Netflix, and I remember he said he liked it. And so Mrs. Cheapy and I watched it, and we also liked it. But again, it's too long. I felt like this movie could have been an hour 50.
Said, and now that once you said it, I can't not think about it. The movie's long on purpose because I know that you're going to zone out and scroll on your phone for a little bit, and then you're going to look up again back at the movie. That's why.
This guy, I felt like I understand. I remember when you said that, you reminded me that you had said that. But I feel like it's just they made it a little too complicated for no reason. And they were because I didn't pick up my phone once. I don't look at my phone when I watch movies.
No, I didn't. It's a good movie. Yeah.
I'm just saying I was paying really close attention, and I had trouble following the crimes that were being committed. every 100% comprehension. I did not have that. And the movie was long and I still didn't have that. So I feel like it was a little too complicated for no good reason. Like it didn't affect the message of the movie at all to make the crime that was being committed a little complicated. So I'm not sure why they did that, but I would still recommend the movie a lot. I thought the acting was really good. Don Johnson is a very good villain, very unlikable, and the lead was really good as well.
He's the new Green Lantern.
He is the new Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool. He was really good in this.
Don Johnson, the other guy.
I was gonna say, how did he get that part? I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know the guy's name? The actor's name?
No, I don't. I'm bad.
I can't even remember the character's name.
Yeah. Nope. The only actor whose name I can tell you off the top of my head in that movie is Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. Yeah, it was good though. It was good. Rebel Ridge. You should check that out. It's not a cool. I will say there's like a few scenes in there that are incredibly tense. Like where I was sweating watching them. Like in the beginning. Like I don't want to ruin anything. You should check it out. Some cool shit in there. What else we got? Watch this, jerks.
I went and watched Wicked with the family. Yes, at the theater. That is a really good musical.
Were people singing in your performance?
No.
Okay.
No.
I heard that's a problem that's happening.
Sure. I'm sure it's not super widespread.
I heard
Did
it's a
you
pandemic.
hold space with the lyrics? Were you holding space?
I was not.
What do you know what he's talking about?
I do not.
I know because they played that on Howard Stern.
Oh, did they?
There's an
Did
interview.
They really?
There's an interview. Well, he's like Howard's like, I understand. Like I understand the musical Wicked is it's good and all that, but like why are people making such a big deal of Wicked? And he played this interview with, I think it's Ariana Grande and the other actress or somebody, and the reporter is saying like people are really connecting with one of the song Gravity something.
Defying Gravity. Yeah.
Defying Gravity, and people are holding space with Defying Gravity or something. And Howard's like, I don't know what that means, and they're trying to figure out what that means. And then they're like, well, this song must be fucking amazing, and they play the song, and it sounds just like every other like Broadway song, And
that's a good one.
There are a lot of good ones. It's a good one, but they all sound like the same pretty much.
Like I said, the interviewer, you do realize I've known that person for almost 20 years.
The interviewer?
Yeah.
Who's the interviewer?
Tracy?
Tracy who?
No one you know. It's someone I work with.
Oh, okay.
Currently.
Oh, okay. the holding, what was it? Holding space.
Holding space.
So what does that mean? They didn't know. They never really got an answer on Stern. Howard just started making his own musical, I think, after that. Started singing over something.
I am still not quite sure I have no idea. I just thought it was funny to see someone I know, and like it came across my TikTok feed, and I'm like, what is going on here? And I could see like it had the watermark in the corner for the company, and I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm like, then it's like two TikToks later, same thing again with someone else, and like it became this thing, and then the next thing I know, it's all everyone was talking about at work.
So can you make money off that?
The company. I mean, sort of.
Is it your reel that's making, or whatever, your TikTok that's making?
It's sort of not all hours, but it gets the name out there.
Right. I think I made $4 on the CAGcast TikTok, but I don't think I reached the minimum payout, and then I stopped posting.
Didn't hold enough space.
I didn't hold enough space in the TikTokiverse.
But no, I mean, it's part one, which I don't feel like was really advertised until you get to the theater, and then like on the marquee,
it says part
one. Actually says Wicked Part 1. It doesn't say that on any of like the advertising or any of the trailers.
They don't want you to know until you're right about to hand that money over, so you can't sue them.
Right. So I feel like a lot of people probably got there and like Part 1, okay, but like visually, it's really nice. Like the whole it's worth seeing in the theater. I know you're gonna see it at home, Cheapy, but
it's good over here.
It's really good. It'll be really good there too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed but I like musicals and Shapes. There's a lot of
Is there an
Shapes.
intermission?
No.
No.
Yes, about a year-long intermission until part 2 comes out.
Nice.
I saw it on Broadway, so
Yeah. Yes. I mean, this will be different than Broadway.
I saw it on Broadway with Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
They're in this as well. But visually, like it's
crazy.
It's crazy. Like you're not going to get that on the musical Broadway version, right? Like it's more than just the set.
And Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grande.
Yep.
My favorite. Do you watch the Hallmark channel?
When I was at my in-laws, I did.
Do you know they made a movie about like the Kansas City Chiefs, like like one of those? You did? You know that Richard Christie from the Stern Show is in it?
I didn't know
He's
that.
He's like a big Chiefs fan. He's the guy who doesn't wash his socks. Yeah.
Who does?
He goes, Go Chiefs!
I haven't watched the Chiefs Hallmark movie.
Or you're not watching? I don't know. You do get around. Maybe next week it'll be on this list.
I did watch bits and pieces of the Netflix one where Lacey Chabert makes out with a snowman.
Oh, okay. Is that like, what is that called?
That's on Netflix. Hot Frosty.
I saw that and I thought it was a joke.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Is he hot?
Yeah, he's pretty hot.
Does he have a big carrot?
Hot Frosty. He does have a big carrot.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? There's a lot of shit on this list.
I watched the Beatles 64 documentary on Disney Plus. There's
another one?
Yes.
Okay? So this takes place in 1964, I guess.
This is just the Beatles' first trip to America. It uses all the footage that was filmed. They had a small camera crew with them the whole time, just 2 people with like a little camera, little black and white camera. So I guess that's a film crew,
right?
But they filmed pretty much the whole trip because they went to New York, they had Washington D.C., they go to Miami, they go back to New York again. But so it was a lot of footage that's never been seen before.
Okay. And are they using the super technology to make the footage look like new footage or no?
I mean, it's pretty well remastered. It doesn't look grainy and gross. Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, if you're a Beatles fan or if you're interested in what life was like in 1964 and culture and how the Beatles literally changed everything, and there are things to put it into the context of JFK died a couple of months before the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan, and what was the United States like at that time, and the rise of the teenager and changing tastes in music, and what was popular musically before the Beatles and what was popular musically after the Beatles are 2 very different things. And how important this trip was, and also how the Beatles were treated while they were here, and just it's interesting.
Okay, this is just a movie.
It's just one thing. It's an hour 45.
That's good. That's a nice time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I might watch that. What's that on?
That's on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, I still haven't figured out how to cancel that. So I guess we're in. Speaking of Beatles, I tried to get Mrs. Cheapy to watch Beetlejuice.
Okay.
And she said, quote, no way.
It's going to be on Max on Friday.
I don't think the price was what was stopping her.
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
it can't be good, though, right?
Does she like the first one?
The first one was good, but the second one can't be good, can it? Is there any chance that it's like not insulting?
Let's find out next week.
Yep.
On the CAGcast.
Okay. Maybe if I tell her it's free, she'll be like, home, home, home. All right. What else we got here? Oh, more music documentaries?
Mm-hmm.
They're still making them?
It was music documentary weekend for me.
Every weekend is that.
I know. You know what? Everyone needs their comfort food. And
okay. How is Yacht Rock?
Yacht Rock on Max is really good.
Wait, it's called Yacht Rock on Max?
No, it's on Max.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. This way I wouldn't forget which streamer it's on, so I put it on the outline.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because if you recall, we talked about the Netflix Yacht Rock documentary, I think of
that's
year.
right at the top of my mind. I was just thinking about it before the show, actually.
Well, Shipwreck knows because he watched it.
I watched it as well.
And it was terrible.
Oh.
It was a bad documentary.
Okay.
It was a bad one. It was medium. it had a lot. It didn't know what yacht rock was. It was this sort of
that was the main
nebulous documentary where they just started calling anything that wasn't heavy metal yacht rock, and it didn't. Like I said, it literally did not know what yacht rock was. This is a very clear cut. This is what yacht rock is. This is who the yacht rock artists are. This is what makes something yacht rock, and this is what makes something not.
I have a question about yacht rock.
Please.
Does it have anything to do with a yacht?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. The term comes from the web series from the early 2000s, but it defines a genre and a style of music, but it doesn't really have anything to do with yachts. It's more about this era of music in the mid 70s through, I'll say early 80s, that stems from a specific set of session musicians, really more than anything else, that just happen to find themselves playing on a lot of the same albums, and in some cases even breaking out on their own. The big examples would be like Michael McDonald being a background singer on Steely Dan albums, who is on Steely Dan albums with Jeff Baxter, who then Jeff Baxter becomes the guitarist for the Doobie Brothers, and they're like, we need a new singer, and he goes, I know a guy. So all of this stuff sort of weaves together. And the drummer on those Steely Dan stuffs was Jeff Porcaro, and Jeff Porcaro and his three brothers are all session musicians, and they start a band, and it's called Toto. So all the guys from Toto are still working as session musicians while still being Toto. So that Toto sound is going on all of these other records. So you hear it in Christopher Cross, whose album is produced by the guy who produces Steely Dan. So you have Steely Dan, the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, and Michael McDonald is writing with Kenny Loggins. So it's Kenny Loggins. It's all these things. And it's not an accident that there's this similar sound. It's a similar sound because all of these people happen to be working together during this 8-year span, making this music that literally does still hold up. You listen to that Steely, it holds up. Come on.
It kind of holds up.
What a
about 50% of it.
Yeah, not everything.
Up.
That's a pretty good record. I'm sorry, 50%.
No, I mean 50% of the hits are still listenable.
Africa.
Yes.
Africa, What a Fool Believes. Most Steely Dan still holds up. Yeah, most Steely Dan.
I feel like you have to like Steely Dan for to hold up, and I don't know. It doesn't really do much for me.
Not even like Dirty Work?
I'm not a big Steely Dan.
Peg?
I don't.
Asia?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll watch this as well though.
You watch it. It is very interesting. And it's all, it sort of ends, the yacht rock era ends with the most interesting thing, and it leads into, if you haven't watched the Thriller documentary that's on, I think that's also on Max.
I haven't watched that either.
That's excellent. And they're very much complimentary documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's like listen to all this crap, and then all of a sudden, Thriller.
It's listen to all of these. It's not even that. It's the Porcaro brothers and what's that guy's name? It'll drive me nuts. The guitarist Steve Lukather from Toto. Those four guys are the session musicians on Thriller. So yeah.
Right. I watched The Wiz this weekend too.
There you go.
Nice.
Tie that all together.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saying it does. It all ties together. I find it all kind of fascinating. That it's yeah.
You know more about that than I know about anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I like to know something.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I watched The Watchmen Part 1, which is the new animated Watchmen. I think it just came out. It came out this year at some point,
I think it came out like a week ago.
Okay. Somehow I tricked Mrs. Cheapy into watching it. I just put it on, and then we sat through the whole thing. It was really well done. I especially liked the voice actor for Rorschach. Just grunts a lot, and it was funny. He's just always
who is it?
I don't know, but he's just a lot. He'll get some information, and he'll be like, and I just thought it was really funny. Like he just did it a lot, and it was good. The only problem is, it just seemed really similar to the movie. Like, I don't know that there was much that was new, maybe a little bit, or if the stuff that was new needed to be there. That being said, it was of good quality. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like, if you love The Watchmen, you're definitely going to watch this, and I think you're going to like it. But it just it reminded me a lot of the movie. I don't know, like, it's just the same fucking thing, but with cartoons. All right. Now that I explained animation to you, let's. Somebody watched Home Alone. Never heard of it.
I saw that live as well. Like,
live? Oh,
well, it was the Cincinnati Symphony was playing the score in the film. So we went and watched that. Where they put up. Have you ever been to one of those before?
No. I'm familiar though.
Okay.
With the concept.
Yeah. So you've got the complete symphony that's playing the whole score instead of the movie playing the score.
Wait, but how do they do that? They actually get a cut of the movie with no music in it, and they're not just playing over it?
I don't know. Maybe no. I'm sure they have to get some kind of cut that doesn't have that, or maybe
they just play like over
it. I don't. But if they're talking and stuff, you still hear them talking. So I don't know. Maybe they play over it. I don't know.
I'm just asking the questions here.
They pulled it off.
Okay.
And then there was a. We were treated because one of the cast members from Home Alone was also in attendance in the audience for a performance.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
She was watching, or they were watching.
She was there to watch. I don't know if she got comp tickets or not. I'm not sure. But
Catherine O'Hara?
No, it was not Catherine O'Hara.
Oh.
It was the lady that plays the cashier in the grocery store where Kevin goes shopping, and she has that whole conversation with him about whether he's there on his own or not.
Oh, wow.
That's a very important character.
It is very
she made the movie.
She did.
Good for her.
So we all clapped when she came on screen.
Hope she got a free ticket.
I hope she did. So Home Alone's still a good movie though. They did a good one there.
I am an original Home Alone hater.
How?
Even when I saw it in the theater, I hated it.
Why? How can you hate it?
I'll tell you why. And it's just what I thought.
Now you know how I feel when you said you didn't like Steely Dan.
I'm fine with that.
These are my thoughts from when I saw it in the theater, from whenever it came out.
Okay.
I just felt like it was a ripoff of like Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner stuff, and wasn't as funny. That's all. Like, that was just my thought. And the kid bothered me. Like,
I still remember how hard I laughed watching that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
See, wow, I didn't like it, and the kid bothered me, and I just didn't find it funny.
Like jaded. You were like a jaded teenager when this came out.
What year is this?
92.
Home Alone.
I feel like you were like
1990.
90. Okay.
I feel like you were like at the precipice there, where like everything was uncool.
Yeah, I was 17.
Yeah. Probably not.
Old.
Probably not where like the prime age to be watching this. Like,
no,
you either need to like have kids or be a kid to watch this. Like,
because I was 13 when it came out.
Yeah. I had been through my Roadrunner stage at this point, and Three Stooges and all that. Like Three Stooges much funnier.
I've never been a Three Stooges fan.
This was the first time I realized that Snakes in the movie. Do you know who Snakes is? He's the guy in the made up Angels with 30 Souls, I think is the name of the movie.
Okay.
That he's watching.
Yeah.
Keep the change.
Yeah. So he's the guy that gets murdered in the film. It's hilarious.
Right.
He is from Goonies. He's the Fratelli who sings. The Fratelli brother.
Robert Davi.
I don't know. Like, of course, Wombat knows this person's name.
Who? What is it?
Robert Davi.
Okay, I thought you were saying Abu Dhabi.
Robert Davi.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
I'm the original Home Alone hater since 1990. Thank you. Still hating after all these years. I'm sorry. I was 17. I hated everything.
Right.
I was so close to like having Dr. Strangelove be one of my favorite movies. Like that was only like a year or two away. So like, how am I going to go from like loving Home Alone to like loving Dr. Strangelove? That's
I like both those movies,
but not within 2 years of each other.
Yeah, probably within 2 years.
You were 15 enjoying Dr. Strangelove.
Yes, because we watched it in class in high school.
And you thought
Wombat took like 15 years worth of film classes
in high school.
In high school,
we weren't watching anything like that in high school.
Well, my high school was better than yours.
Maybe.
At the time.
I don't know.
Time. Not anymore.
Who knows?
Did they lose their film class money? Is that what happened?
The school I went to, yes, lost its entire budget. Yes.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah.
TV. We haven't talked about any of the TV shows we've been watching. There's a new show on Hulu called Interior Chinatown with fucking Ronnie Chang and Jimmy O Yang.
Is that any good? I keep seeing stuff. And good. Like, it seems like it's something I would like. Is it something I would like?
We watched the first episode. It's got kung fu in it. It's got like a little like mystery. Like I'm not really sure if like he's imagining these things or if it's really happening. But it's funny and I like those actors and it's interesting. So I'm sure we'll keep watching it. But we only watched the first episode. I also want to give a shout out to Silo. Steve Zahn is now on the show.
For Nothing You Do?
Yeah. That's not what I was thinking. But his character is really good. And like, he's one of those moments where like, who is this fucking guy? I know who this guy is. I have to like go look this up now. Cause you don't actually see like his face. It's obscured. And it's delightful. It's maybe not the right word, but it's enjoyable. What else?
I started watching Hard Knocks. They're on Max. That's the NFL behind the scenes documentary. They just started up through the rest of the season. There's Hard Knocks AFC North. So it's Bengals, Ravens, Browns, and Steelers.
Is it Bengals or Bangles?
Bengals with an E.
Not Bengals.
Bengals. See, it's Bengals.
Bengal. A Bengal tiger.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals.
Not Bangles like the band from the 80s.
No. Bengals are our cheerleaders.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And Ben Gay is what they put on themselves after the game.
Correct. We have all kinds of puns.
Right.
No, but like the Bengals are having
wait, I should have said wait. And Ben Gay is what Shipwreck is for the team.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Right.
I got it. I got there.
So like the Bengals are having a really bad season. Like
I know.
Like they've
not the worst.
Not the worst. Not like we've had far worse seasons, but like not like they're I think they're top 5 in offense. Like they're scoring like a ton of points every game. It's just that they give up just slightly more than a ton of points every game. So I'm like, it's clear. Like they just played the Steelers this last week. I'm like, I'm going to watch this because it was just clear watching the game. Like, and I've known this for some time, like Mike Tomlin, the coach of the Steelers, like he's just one of those guys, like he's never like had a losing season and he's been coaching the Steelers for, I don't know, a decade and a half, maybe longer at this point.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's clear that like he understands like how to like run a team and win football games. And like he might not have the best.
Very handsome.
Yeah, he is very handsome as well. Like he's what we all aspire to be. Like and I hate this team, right? Because it's the Bengals rival. But they always beat us, so I don't know if we're their rival or not. But like I just wanted to see like, okay, like what's the difference here, like in the preparation between these two teams and like the message that's been given to like an organization run like the Steelers versus like the Bengals, and like it's like just very apparent like the differences between the two.
It's not an accident, you're saying.
It's not an accident, right? Like it's a yes. Could the Bengals beat the Steelers? Sure, because we have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and like they're two of the best players in the league, but it's going to come down to like luck, not like we've got this game plan that's going to like consistently win.
Right.
But what did come out of it was Joe Burrow like apparently bought a tumbler from Batman, like a $3 million tumbler Batmobile, that he's just like casually talking to his wide receivers about. So
he can't drive that on the street though, right? Probably not street legal. He can.
In Cincinnati,
yeah,
like he's definitely going to be able to drive that around.
He'll get a police escort.
Joe Burrow could do whatever he wants.
Right, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, it doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants here.
Did you hear? Like I heard Reggie Jackson on Stern, and he was saying like in his heyday, he would be in New York City, and if he needed a ride somewhere, he didn't call a taxi. He would just find a cop and be like, hey, I need to go somewhere. And they would be like, get in. And they would just like have a whole escort anywhere he needed to go.
I'll tell you right now, if I was a police officer now, and Reggie Jackson said, hey, I need a ride.
Yeah, probably now still, if they recognize him.
And I saw it was and I recognized Reggie Jackson as Reggie Jackson, I would also say, get in, where do you need to go? If not as a cop, if Reggie Jackson said, hey, I need a ride.
That was a great interview, by the way. I don't know if that's available anywhere.
I watched the Reggie Jackson doc on Netflix.
That's what he was promoting. He was on Stern promoting that, and it was a really good interview.
And a good documentary.
I bet.
He's a very complicated man who went through a lot of bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Just the messaging between the coaches, like it's just like
he also
the Steelers coach
candy bar.
Yeah, like Tomlin's like he's like, and it could be just the way they have like the show cut or whatever too. But like they just keep showing all these scenes of like where he like appreciates how good like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and our running back are. And it's like, these are the three guys we got to stop. And like, it's like, this is going to be hard. Like we have to like watch out for these things. And then like the Bengals coach is like, we've got a really good opportunity to win this game. It's like, we got to go out and win this. It's like, all right, coach, how? Like
he's got a concept of a plan.
Okay, right. You throw the ball.
Yeah,
like you catch the ball he throws.
We're gonna score more points than these guys. That's how we're gonna win.
Sometimes he's gonna give you the ball, and when he gives you the ball, I want you to run forward.
Right. That seemed like that was the difference between the strategies.
You know, that guy probably makes like $10 million a year.
I think he makes like $4 million.
All right, maybe get some commercials.
Sure.
Car dealerships and shit. You know, those cars ain't going to sell themselves. How about some shopping news? Anybody? We can do some Black Friday shopping roundup. I know I bought this thing and then I got shipwrecked to buy it too. And that is the GoV backlights for your TV that have the camera on it and that will react. You'll change the colored lights on the back of your TV to whatever's going on your screen at the time. And it was like $100 on Black Friday, depending on what size you needed to get. And they even have Shipwreck's giant size available.
They did that
100-incher.
Yeah.
I was surprised when you showed a picture of the box. I was like, holy fuck, they have that size.
They did have that size. That was one of the reasons I was like, all right, yeah, they made this for me.
So I've been using it for, about a week now, and it's pretty cool. Like, it works best with musical performances. Like if you're watching like electronic music, anything that's got a lot of like colors on the screen and flashing lights, it's going to like really, it's not distracting, right? It's you would expect it as part of a musical performance. Watching during a movie is distracting, obviously. You have a lot of light going behind the TV. If it's a serious movie, like forget about it. If it's like a comic book movie, maybe it's okay, but whatever. It's fully adjustable with the app. You can make it like 1% bright and it's just like a little bit. It's pretty fun. You can play it with video games. It's pretty sweet with using it with Dragon Age and Apex Legends. It works pretty well. Like, is it as great as the $500 solution from Philips Hue? I don't know. But I know that this costs $100 and it doesn't fuck up like my HDR or anything because there's nothing passing through a box. It's just a camera on top. And look, you can see my TV right now. You can barely see the camera because it's just basically like flattened with the top of the TV. So it just sort of disappears when you look at it. Anyway, it's the Govee T2 backlight. There's a few different models. That's the one that we got.
Yep.
You haven't hooked it up yet, right?
I have not hooked it up yet. I'm planning to mount the TV to the wall here soon, and so it's going to be part of that experience. I'll
say it's incredibly bright. The light strips are incredibly bright.
I think that experience will probably be me just like hiring Best Buy Geek Squad or something to come.
I was going to say doing this size was hard by myself. You know, just not the mounting, just putting the strips on the back because it's a long sticky thing. Your size would be pretty difficult, I would think. By yourself,
I'll get the pros. I'll get the pros to come set it up, and
that'll be nice.
I also will get like the TV needs to hang it on the wall. It probably needs at least 2 people, probably 3 people, to where you're not tipping this thing over and
Geek Squad and you helping.
Yeah.
Probably the situation.
I think that's where we're headed.
Did you buy anything Black Friday, Wombat?
I got a new winter coat.
That's lame. Does it recharge your phone at least?
No, but it's a large winter coat. Size. My previous winter coat was a double XL size winter coat.
Wow.
And when I went and put it on to go walk the dogs the other day, my wife said I looked like a hot air balloon walking around.
You should get a picture of that.
Because it kind of just like the air would blow up underneath it and it would just kind of out and like rise.
Yeah.
So I needed a new coat.
Right.
So I got that. What else did I get? I don't think I got much else that's particularly exciting.
No.
I got a couple of things. Yeah, we got to I think I've talked about this on the show before. For Hanukkah, my wife and I do exchange a gift every night, but there is a strict spending limit of $100 total. So you have to get 8 gifts for $100, which is the challenge.
You didn't bump that up any with inflation or anything?
Nope. We kept it at $100. I know.
You're gonna get some real crap.
That conversation. I got all 8 gifts already. I'm actually $4 under.
Wait, Hanukkah started already?
No,
you bought them. You're saying you bought them.
I bought all 8 things already. I have $4 left to spare, which I'll probably get something just to kind of pad out some of the smaller things.
Right.
And
some lotto tickets, maybe.
Like a
Sour Patch Kids.
2 rides on the subway.
Yeah, something dumb. It doesn't matter. It's $4. But yeah, it's all done. I got all 8.
Nice.
So go me. I have the 8 things.
Mazel tov. Any new releases we need to talk about here?
Nope. Indiana Jones is tomorrow, but that's not on this list.
Is it tomorrow for everybody, or you got to like pay extra?
I think it's tomorrow for everybody. Isn't it tomorrow the 6th? Isn't it the 6th? Or is it not tomorrow? Friday.
No, Friday
for everybody.
Nice. Nice.
I'll look forward to that.
I'm going to, Oh yeah. Fucking play that for free.
I have it pre-installed.
How many gigabytes is it?
It's like 130.
Time to delete Stalker, which maybe I did already. All right.
There was a patch for Call of Duty, and now my Call of Duty is 400 gigabytes on my hard drive.
Why don't you uninstall the parts that you're never going to play?
Because it makes me laugh to see it, and I don't need the space just yet. Like, I'm waiting for the moment where I'm like, screw this. And it's on the external drive. It's not on my internal hard drive. It's on the card in the back.
Oh, but that's still prime real estate. That card is the same thing.
It's literally the entire card because it's a 500 gigabyte card.
All right.
I wouldn't be able to put next year's Call of Duty.
Right. All right, let's move on to Wombat's Fortnightly News because there's a lot to talk about and it's getting late.
It is. I don't have to work tomorrow, though, but yeah.
Look at you.
I know. Well, we have a new use it or lose it policy. So I had 9 days of vacation left going into the month of December.
Right. So you're going to be playing a lot of Fortnite tomorrow.
Thursday and Friday, I took the days off. Yep.
So what's new in Fortnite?
Who are you kidding? New season started on Sunday. Yes. With a live event last Saturday.
Yes.
Live event was okay. It was what's that guy's name? What's the
Youth
guy's
World?
name? Concert.
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Eminem?
Yeah,
Ice
they had a
Spice?
concert.
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. They had a big old Fortnite concert. It was good enough.
They broke records of biggest event again.
Good for
We were
them.
in there.
I was there.
14 million people.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking people. It's no joke. 14 million people. And the last one was like the Travis Scott one. Previous was the biggest one, and that was 12 million. That's good. That's, I mean, like,
yep.
Fortnite's doing well. I mean, that's
they're doing well. There's a lot of people playing this new season. I will say they did a really good job so far with the map and the loadout.
What's the theme?
It is a feudal Japanese theme.
Oh.
It's very cool. Lots of samurais and ninjas and these little goobers that are running around.
That's racist.
You can pick them up. They're cute little monsters.
Oh. There's monsters in feudal Japan?
Yeah, and they run around. They're like sprites, I think they're called. And you can pick them up and you could like bring them to shrines, or you can wear them on your back. And when you jump up and down, they make cute little noises because they're cute little goobers. And I like them too. And there's swords and
they're called goobers?
No, they're called sprites. I call them goobers.
Okay.
Get with the program.
It's hard to follow.
And you can wear like samurai masks that shoot fire out of them, or you can teleport with a samurai mask. It's got some cool, and it's a whole new map, and there's some really fun POIs, and Godzilla's coming. So
he was a big part of feudal Japan.
Yeah, there's going to be a giant Godzilla stomping around the map.
Cool. All right. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So the XP is they toned down the amount of XP you can get in a day. So
more
I'm a little
grind.
bummed about that. Yeah, they've made it a little more grindy because they want you to pay the monthly fee now, and it's
the crew. You mean the Fortnite?
They want you to stay in crew, and I'm like,
right. Fuck.
Yep.
Those fuckers.
Yep.
Did you see that? I to talk about this PlayStation 5 news article. I thought about buying a PlayStation 5 during Black Friday because they had the $375 Slim with some game. Wasn't the game I wanted though. That was the problem. It was like basketball or something.
Yeah, they have a basketball bundle.
And
was it Ridge Racer?
No. I did go to Target, and the Target employee was struggling to explain to a mom the difference between the digital version and the PlayStation Pro, which they had in stock. And I stepped in, and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm a professional." And she said, "Thank God, I'm in HR, and they just gave me the keys to the cabinet, but like I don't know, like I'm in HR, like just have the keys." So I explained it. And I said, I don't think you need the PlayStation. I don't think you need the Pro. Your son was 8. It's like, I don't think he's going to appreciate the $700 Pro. Anyway, so Sony is bringing back the original PlayStation boot screen and sound.
I know, it's fun.
It's optional. Here, check this out. You enjoying that?
Yep, I remember that sound.
Make you feel good?
Make me feel like, hey, can we start this up?
We're going to be waiting. It makes you feel like you'll be waiting for a while now, right? Like, still going to be waiting. Still waiting so long. You're going to be waiting. Right? And maybe you're going to have to turn this thing upside down, too, because it's not quite working.
We're going to play some Siphon Filter.
Oh, we're still waiting, though.
We're eventually
waiting for that to load up.
Eventually. We're going to play some Siphon Filter eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first level at the museum because we
What's
always...
that grinding sound?
I don't know where my save card is, so we're going to play the first level at the museum.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, that was cool. Yeah. But I didn't buy the PlayStation.
I was gonna say, if you do, get the one with the Fortnite stuff in it.
I saw that one. That was also $375.
And then you can pass the Fortnite stuff on to me.
How much is that worth to you?
Handshake.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something
I
else.
know. I know. I'm not gonna make you that happy.
All right. Speaking of happy, I mean unhappy. Ubisoft announced that X Defiance is closing and sending refunds to players. Wow. So that's cool. You get your money back at least. But they're shutting the game down June 3rd, and I guess you won't be able to buy it anymore soon. They're not doing a great job, Ubisoft, with their free-to-play offerings. I would say they're kind of on the wrong track. The last one was the hyperspace?
Something like that.
Hyperloop? Hyperloop.
No.
Chip? We talked about this like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And we still couldn't remember it then. Come on. Still nobody remembers it?
No, I don't.
Come on. Hyperscape. There it is. Hyperscape.
Those two words go together, I guess. I mean, if you're going to name a game, would you call it Hyperscape or X-Defiant?
Neither.
You had to pick one.
Hyper-Defiant.
X-Defiant, I would choose.
You choose X-Defiant over Hyperscape?
I will remember X-Defiant probably forever because...
you know what's better than both? X-Scape.
X-Scape? It's not bad, actually. It's probably exists. That's probably already out there somewhere.
Got to, right? Because that's a good one.
Right. Hyperscape is like just really forgettable.
X-Scape.
X-Defiant is memorable but bad. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? The game was not memorable, though. And I remember playing it and coming on the show and telling you all that this game is not going to go very far and last long.
Okay.
And it did not. It lasted like 6 months. I don't know. That was short. It wasn't good. Wombat, you played it too, and you also said it wasn't good. We said our main criticism was you don't even get to play as like the main Ubisoft characters. You're getting to play as people basically cosplaying as them. That was your point. I went back and listened to our commentary, and I don't know if they ever fixed that because that was like our initial impressions. Like, why would I want to play
like cosplaying as Rayman?
Well, like probably had the real. I don't think that he was in there, but
that was the problem. Like if you get Rayman in this.
That could have been the yeah.
You know what else would be nice?
Mario.
New Rayman game.
Oh.
A new Rayman game would actually be pretty cool. They haven't made a new Rayman game in
right after Beyond Good and Evil.
How long has it been since they made a Rayman game? The last Rayman game that came out like a decade and a half ago. Was excellent.
You keep buying that for $5 every time it's on every service.
Yeah, it's an excellent game. That game is top notch.
They went the Rabbids direction, right?
Yeah.
They took the Rabbids, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think Rabbids was their problem. I feel like Rabbids probably did pretty well for them.
Yeah, but
the problem is they're trying to make a free-to-play game, and they don't know what to do.
I know, and they also made Skull and Bones, which is sort of like, is that
like free-to-play?
No, that was a $100 game.
That was like a regular price.
Yeah, online game, and they were like, let's try both ways of doing this. Let's make one that you just pay for. And let's do some free to play. And they haven't been able to make either work. So what do?
You sell to the Chinese.
No, you make more Assassin's Creed
company,
games.
I mean. You sell the company to the Chinese.
You make more Assassin's Creed games. And you make some more Ghost Recon games.
I am going with a hybrid of those. You do both of those things and sell a stake to the Chinese.
There you go.
Oh,
that's the solution.
Although I think Rainbow Six, whatever the Rainbow Siege is still going strong. That game's still still kicking. Yeah. So the thing is, they have a free to play game and you know what? I got an email this morning about the new season of For Honor from the Ubisoft.
So that's still going too.
So that's still going, and so is Brawlhalla. I got an email this morning that Star Wars characters are now in Brawlhalla.
That's Ubisoft?
That's also Ubisoft.
I don't even know what Brawlhalla is. What is that?
Brawlhalla, it's a free-to-play Super Smash Brothers game. And it's serviceable. It's not like it's not going to change the world.
Right.
But
I'm not satisfied with that.
That game has to be profitable because it's over 5 years old. And they just but I'm saying they have free-to-play games already that are clearly making money because they still exist.
But they want to be having concerts like... inside X-Defiant.
So the question is how do you take should they be focusing on what they already have that seems to have some form of success?
No.
Can you turn that into bigger success?
No. Because you'll never get people to play For Honor now who haven't been playing it for the beginning. It's going to be maybe like a few, but like how? Like everyone who's playing is going to kick the shit out of anybody coming in.
Well, that's just it.
And
it's
also,
like, how do you...
We're not interested. You already proved, but you're not interested, right? Because we haven't been playing it for all these years.
There's got to be something. I feel like there's a way to, as someone who used to play Rainbow Six Siege, because that game's also pretty old. I feel like there's a way to, because I stopped playing that game because it was the user base was just toxic. If there's a way, if there
Which
was
one? Which one?
Rainbow Six
Siege.
Okay. Yeah, everyone was an asshole.
Right. You're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Right.
Like, yeah. It was just like,
no. You don't breach the thing. You got to put the wall up first, asshole.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
The first thing I do when I get into Apex is fucking mute squad. I don't need people telling me I suck.
Brawlhalla has potential too, because that game's just,
Okay. Let's move on to what we're playing. Unless you want to talk about the NBA games with the 2K graphics.
I'm good. Okay. Did you get your year in Xbox review?
No. How do I get that?
I did.
I want that.
You should have. I don't know. Sign into Xbox.com. It should be.
Okay, I'll do that right now. What does it say? What kind of things does it say?
It tells you what all your top games were.
Fucking Ty is fucking my shit up though.
Oh yeah. Mine's totally posed here.
It's gonna be useless to me.
So I'm just curious how my son's Fortnite hours compare to Wombat's Fortnite hours.
I am also curious about this.
So I had it up earlier.
So all right, good. So my son, he plays on like my Xbox account, and then I play on a separate PlayStation account.
Okay, so it's all him.
This is all him. He is in the top 5% of the game's most active players in Fortnite. I have a feeling that Wombat likely surpasses that, but we're gonna check here.
It's spinning, it's doing it. There it is. 24 year review.
He's played 423 hours of Fortnite this year.
How many?
423.
Oh, I did beat him.
Oh, nice, dude. Congratulations.
I am at 537 hours of Fortnite.
Wow.
I am in the top 4%.
Okay. Keep in mind, my son doesn't have a job.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, you can have 2 jobs.
I don't have a life outside of my job.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What was your number 2, Wombat?
My number 2 is the game that we're going to talk about next, and that is Dragon Age: The Veilguard, of which I played 69 hours of.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Nice. Yep. My number 2 was Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth that I played 95 hours of.
How do I Xbox profile? Where am I finding this?
And I'm confident that is all me.
Yeah, I'll send you the. I'll put the link in the. All right. Can I put it here? Would this be better?
Yes. Put it anywhere.
And then my son is excelling. top 1% of players.
Of what?
Of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
Oh my god. I don't put it here, Wombat.
You said put it anywhere.
Well, I meant in the outline.
Here.
Whatever.
Okay.
I have it now. Doesn't even work. Oh, I got it. Oh, it sucks. Fucking thing sucks. Wait, I'll do it over here. No, it's not working. All it's going to tell me is that my son is playing a lot of FIFA and fucking Sea of Thieves. And I played all the Apex would be mine. I guess that would be right. But I don't know. We won't find out. Should we do CAG bag? Well, I've been playing Dragon Age 2. You finished it, right, Wombat?
I did. I completed Dragon Age 2.
And you're in love with it?
I am so in love with it. Actually, I am kind of in love with it. I like that game a lot. I really enjoyed Dragon Age. As mentioned, I completed it. I got the good ending.
Okay.
Which is nice. So
There's a good ending?
did everything. There's like 5 endings.
Okay.
I had to look it up after. I'm like, oh, I did. I got the super happy ending.
Okay.
I did every side quest. I did all the things with your, the companions to make them all love you.
So you got laid. Can you get laid multiple times or no?
No. Just the once.
One and done.
It's a one and done. Yeah. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am situation. I would say that because when I was finished, I was just curious to see what the other classes are like. So I started a quick game as a mage. I didn't play much, but I think I made a mistake not being a mage because that combat seems a lot better than the rogue combat.
Right.
But maybe that's just me knowing the whole game at that point. So I don't know. Maybe it's hindsight. But I did really like the game. I think where it works for someone like me is it is a very simplified RPG. There's not a lot to keep track of. there's not 100 things to deal with. There's not 9 tabs of stuff to go through. You're not managing a lot of equipment or items or what does this do? What does that do? There just isn't that. There is still loot to get, and it's good loot. I like the way the armor looks. And
but
I
there's
like
no
the
loot
weapons.
management at all, right?
Yeah, you're not. It's like, you get like, by the end of the game, what, 25 different sets of armor, maybe.
Can you sell the old armor or
No.
anything? You just carrying around all this old armor.
The only stuff
with
you could sell is stuff you collect only to sell.
Valuables.
Like you go to the shop and it's like, oh, do you want to sell your valuables? I'm like, yeah, I'll sell.
Yeah, it is very simple in that way. Like, I don't feel like I need to like rebuild my character to do anything, or like I need to do anything but just fight and win, and that's it.
And follow along with the story as much as you feel like following along with.
You mean skip. Why are they still talking? Mrs. Cheapy's like, why are they still talking? Why are they still talking? I'm trying as hard as I can. I'm pushing so fast. But they won't stop talking. They have so much to tell you about all these names that don't mean anything.
Oh, the Venatori are coming. I don't know what a Venatori is. I will never Italian. Know, and I will never care. Oh, you got to save. Are you going to save Treviso or are you going to save Dogtown? What are you going to do, Chibi?
Right. Whatever. Just flip a coin. It's the same shit. It doesn't mean anything to me. But the game, the combat is pretty good. Like, I don't know. It's not that like amazing to me, the game, but it's sort of rare to get just like a straight up single player experience like this, like any decent experience, that you just have to be sort of grateful that they're still making games like this.
Yes, it's sort of, but on the flip side of that, it's also, I kind of wish that like Outlaws that came out this year, which I know they patched, a big patch on, and I need to like check it out.
Yeah,
but I kind of wish that Outlaws was a little bit more like this, because Outlaws tried to make things a little too funky at times. Like it wasn't quite focused enough, which I think is what what the patches are trying to fix. It'll be interesting to see what Indiana Jones is like.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I'm not like loving Dragon Age, even though I played like 30 fucking hours of it. Like I played a lot of it. But Mrs. Cheapy likes watching the combat. I guess it must be pleasant to look at. And I much prefer like the Mass Effect universe to the Dragon Age universe. I gotta say, I just seem more interested in this everything. I don't know why. I realize it's just the same made up nonsense.
The Dragon Age sort of falters a little bit. Again, I think this game is great. I like it a lot. As they still expect you to know a lot from the last game that came out a decade ago. And I could definitely understand why people either forgot everything about that game, like myself. Like it's like little things will come up and go, oh, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Right.
But I played this game a decade ago, and I'm an old man.
Skip, and that just makes you want to skip more. CAGbag been getting a lot of replies on Blue Sky for the CAGbag. So I guess people moved to Blue Sky. Sean Franklin writes in and asks if anyone is interested in the PlayStation Portal now that they've enabled cloud streaming. Any use scenario for you, Ship, to have a PS Portal?
No,
right?
I figured. Not really.
Figured.
If I'm in my house, I can just play on my TV. Or if I don't want to play on my TV, that usually means I'm just going to bed.
Right. Or do something else. That's good.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
I don't know. It seems like a fine thing to exist, but
not for you.
Not for me.
All right. Deuceface writes in and says, how does Wombat feel about Marvel Snap now? Between the terrible series drops, overpriced bundles, lack of gold given, it seems like they're ruining their own game.
They need to figure it out. I still play Snap every day. It's my morning ritual. I turn on, I do the 4 challenges that are there in the morning. I'll check out the refresh in the afternoon. We all know why, what I'm doing first thing in the morning. And, usually around 4 o'clock.
Dumps.
Pretty much. It's the dump times.
Don't sit on there too long because it's not good for you.
I know, but they seem to know when to refresh the game. That's all I'm saying, because they do it twice a day. Anyway, I still play the game every day.
Wait,
I still
do
like
you think
the
it
game.
knows when you're making duty and then it adjusts the timer based on when you're dutying? Like it knows your schedule?
Definitely.
No, because it's set. I know exactly when the refreshes are.
Wait,
yeah,
so,
but they programmed you. It's,
right. Your biological clock now is programmed to Marvel Snap clock and not the other way around.
Exactly.
That's powerful. That's a powerful game right there. Fortnite has got nothing.
No, nothing. I guarantee you I have just as many hours in Snap. Actually, that's not true because I don't play Snap for that. I don't play that for hours at a time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
It's still an excellent game. It still is very creative. It has amazing art. I really like what they do with the card battling. All of the basics of Marvel Snap are very sound and functional. It's a very good basic game.
Right.
There are a lot of problems with the game and the amount of cards and the releasing of new cards. So they release a new card every week. Okay. Every week there's a new card. So if you're a new player to this game and you're starting at the beginning and there's, whatever it might be, 100 or so cards at this point.
Right.
You don't get them all at once. You start with it's pull 1, pull 2, pull 3, pull 4, pull 5.
You're saying it's better to have more cards?
Yes, you need to have more cards to even play the game. And to ever want to win, you need to have
a lot of
a lot of
cards.
A lot. You need to have all the cards. Like, the new hotness came out this week, and you get that with keys. And if you don't have any keys or enough keys, then you can't even try to get the card. I had one key going into this week's new card. I used my one key and I got the new card. It was very exciting. Yeah. But that's basically it. It's like, it's like this whole gambling situation where you have a 25% chance of getting the new card.
That's fucked up.
And if you don't get the new card, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just save up my keys so I have, maybe I'll get 2 keys this week, so I'll have 2 chances for next week.
What are they doing with the gambling? What's up with that?
It's a little much, and again, you feel like you're always behind. And then there's the season pass. The new season started this week, and if you don't pay the $10, then you don't get the season pass card. So, and if that's a card everybody's using, it's like, do I need to pay the $10 to get the season pass card? I haven't bought this season pass. I actually think I'm going to pass on the pass this season. It's in conjunction with Marvel Rivals, and all the cards are like Marvel Rival characters in that art style, and it doesn't do anything for me, so I'm like, I'll save my $10.
Scam. More like Marvel Rivals, more like Marvel Scam.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but it's all of that. It's like, should they take a break from releasing new cards? Maybe they need to take like a month breather on card releasing.
They're probably going to do that.
But I feel like people would riot.
2 a week now. How about 2 a week?
Exactly, because people would go nuts. They go, no, I need new cards.
Right.
I have all the old, I have all the amount of people that have all the cards is also kind of insane.
Here's what I feel the problem with a game like this is, not really knowing too much about it, but I just can see this happening. Game like this makes so much money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking much fucking money.
I think it's like that. I think it's like definitely in the top 3 highest grossing games on the Apple Store.
They make a lot of money. They spend a lot of money advertising, but it's just a lot of fucking money coming in. So they're always monitoring that fucking line of money coming in. And when it starts to dip, they're like, oh no, we're making slightly less hundreds of millions of dollars or fucking billions of dollars. Who even knows how much they're making, but it's probably hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, so what are we going to do? Oh, we need to come up with a new in-game currency, or like more cards, release less cards. It's like always reactionary, not to like making the game more fun, but like the revenue stream.
They do is, it's not even the new cards is how they make their money. They make their cards with variants of cards you already have. So let's say you have a Spider-Man. Right. You really love Spider-Man. That's your favorite card to use.
Yeah, because they're running out of characters.
So then it's like, oh, here's the new Steve Ditko Spider-Man. It's the same Spider-Man you have, but now it's a Steve Ditko image. Or here's the cover of Secret Wars #4. You want that as your Spider-Man,
right?
Because everyone's going to see it and know.
You're a huge
nerd. Some of these variants you can get for free,
right?
Which is, I have never paid money for a variant. Some of these variants cost $100. Some of them cost
It's not right.
$75.
Let's see how much money this game makes. Marvel Snap. It surpassed 275 million. This was when? This is October. Okay, so it's made $275 million in 2 years.
Have you?
No, fuck no. What, are you kidding? Yeah, in Turkish lira I have, actually. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, it's a big business. Is that enough questions? I don't even know what some of these questions mean. Caster Garden asks, is the world ready for a whole album of Shipwreck remix tracks? Were you remixing tracks last episode?
Not that I know of. I didn't know if you did something there.
Maybe he's listening to some old episode where I did something like that.
You might have at some point you did a Shipwreck
I definitely
song,
do that,
I think.
but
yeah,
not recently.
Maybe it's time.
Yes, maybe it is time. Here's the last one. A Silent Sound Guy wrote in. He goes, do you guys know that you can do Xbox Cloud gaming on Meta Quest? It blew my mind when I discovered this, but apparently it's been available for a while. No tricks, just download the Xbox Cloud gaming app. I don't really give a shit about that, but no. It's related. No offense, Silent Sound Guy. I knew about that when I would use mine. But one of the guys who shows up for the ping pong Parkinson thing that I do every week, who has Parkinson's, told me he just bought a MetaQuest 3. And that he was like fucking super impressed with it. And he's buying the ping pong game. He bought the plastic paddle to go with it. And he's just like, so I was telling him favorite games to play, which is basically Super Hot and Pistol Whip.
Pistol Whip.
But meanwhile, they probably have other games since then that we don't even know about. And he's going to be telling me about that shit. Anyway, I think that's about it.
By the way, here you go. Can you see this?
Yeah, no. Tilt it on a different angle.
Trying to get it to where it's too. Yeah, the light's shining too much. I was trying
Turn
to
down
show
your
you
brightness of your monitor. It's like
it's literally turned all the way down.
Turn up your brightness. I can't even see you. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Oh, well, never mind.
Okay.
You can post it in the show thread.
Yeah, that's
screenshot.
That's one of the $100 bundle in Snap right now. Like
that's crazy. That's out of
crazy.
control. Don't do that. Have you bought any cards for money?
No.
Not even like a $1 card.
No.
I'm not judging you. I'm just curious.
I've bought season passes.
Okay, that's different.
And with season passes, you get gold, and you can use gold to get the gold cards in the shop for that way.
Okay.
So have I bought a card just to buy it? Like, oh, here's money. I'm going to spend the
gold.
Because the card prices are too much. Like, I'm not going to spend $10 on one card.
Right.
But I'll spend $10 on a season pass, which will get me that card plus 3 free mystery variants, and then enough gold to get like 4 cards if I want to.
Nice.
Like I have 5,000 gold right now, which is a lot for that game.
Cool. So I'm glad that your finances are in tip-top shape in the Marvel Snapverse. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You gotta be liquid, you know?
Exactly. Whatever. A season pass is like $10.
Hey, I'm not. It's fine.
Don't do
Season
that
pass. I buy season pass. Look, by the way, I got my numbers up for Xbox. I'm top 10% Apex Legends.
There you go.
197 hours.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. But Ty is top 2% of Top Spin 2K25.
Wow.
The tennis game.
That's 4 hours.
No, that's 130. That's 130 hours.
All right.
And apparently 71 hours is enough to be top 10% in Forza Horizon 5. What else we got here? Oh, here's my other numbers. Top 5 is X Defined is 20, by the way, on my list.
Oh wow, it made the list.
It made mine also. It was like 19 on mine.
Right.
Wow.
Not quite
From
enough.
the 2 times I played it.
Call of Duty is number 9. It's number 8. I played more Call of Duty than Dragon Age. And Inscription is 11.
Zombies. That makes sense.
Yeah.
WWE 2K24 is number 13. All right, these are all spoilers for our favorite games of the year. All right, that's about it. Oh, let's give a special shout out to the 2024 New York Growers Cup, which is taking place December 14th in New York City. I will be the official voice of the New York Growers Cup this year, believe it or not. So if you come, you'll hear my voice on the PA system telling you not to eat the brown acid. No, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong event. So if you go to bit.ly/NYGC, you can buy tickets to the event and you can hear me saying things.
Like what?
Like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 New York Growers Cup. I'm your host, Stuart Nocht. And my address is...
Do you know my address off the top of your head?
I do.
I'd be very impressed.
I do. Okay. I'm not going to say it.
I think I know it.
I've sent
I
you
don't know
things
why,
in the mail.
but I definitely know your ad. I don't know the zip code.
No, I know. You know what's funny is I know your guys' addresses too. As I'm saying, and I'm like, well, I know theirs, so I guess it makes sense.
Right.
That's weird. Why do we know each other's addresses?
I don't know Ship's address.
Oh, I do. It's.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to like announce people to come on the stage to like present the awards and you know, tell people where like the iced tea is and whatnot.
Iced tea?
Like
they're gonna have iced tea there and pierogies.
These are pre-recorded announcements?
No, I don't
where the
think
iced
so.
tea is at?
No, I think it's
no. You have to be there live.
Yes, and I'm going to be operating like a slideshow of the winners while I call people up on stage. I think I just found out today.
Okay,
so I'm getting prepared now.
This isn't going to interfere with your tree duties at any point.
I mean, it is the growers' cup.
Deputy tree.
I think it's in conjunction with tree duties.
With the tree commission.
Are you gonna wear a ski mask?
Deputy tree commissioner.
Are you gonna wear a ski mask the whole time? Are you gonna be one of those guys?
So it's interesting. So one of the founders of the Growers Cup is one of those ski mask guys, right? And even on the podcast that we do on the I Smoke New York Hot podcast, he was wearing a fucking ski mask on the podcast, which is not great for like, you know, audio recording. Right. But he applied for a license during the course of recording, you know, during the, you know, like maybe even before we started doing the show. And like by episode, I think it was episode 11, he got licensed and he takes his mask. He's wearing no mask on that episode. So he's not doing the mask anymore because he's licensed. So isn't that fun?
I learned something.
Right. So I can announce him to come on the stage and say stuff. So it should be fun. And I don't think it'll interfere with any of my fun that I have at the show. And it's going to be a good event. And they have pierogies there served by an old lady, an old Polish lady. You like Polish food. All right. That's enough talk. We will see you maybe next week. Maybe not. But at some point in the near future.
That's done.
Say it again because I talked over you. No, I said it again. Wait. Okay. You said 1, 2, 3.
Bread's done.